Okay guys, here's another review that I've been meaning to do. I got this a few days ago. It's Metaltech 03. It's the 6-inch die-cast Duke Fleet Buggy. I call it the Trike. In American vernacular, this would be called a Trike. It's from HLPRO. I got it from PBM, and I'm going to leave a link to it. This is the box. As you can see, it's a fairly large box. This is the packing material in it. The quality of the box on this is really good. It opens from the bottom. Alright, there's a nice... Let me set this camera down for a second. Whoops. Okay, it's got a regular... what do you call it? Like a little tray. Clear plastic tray. Put that aside. And inside of the box is a little diorama or a little picture of the farm outside the Grendizer base where Duke Fleet worked on his off time where he lived. But it's really nice. It looks like it would make a good backdrop for the toy for your display. But the quality of the artwork on this one is first rate. It's very, how could I say, positive, you know. It's very upbeat, and it looks like it just came right out of the anime. So, but I give them a 10 on it, a big thumbs up on the artwork. All right, let's move on to the figure. Here it is. This is the Trike. All right, and there is Duke Fleet in his civilian clothes. I hope I can capture that without it getting too blurry. It's got rubber wheels. The front end turns. All right, and his hands are on the handlebars, so that's going to impede that. Rubber wheels front and back, and it has an LED gimmick. Okay, and the light on it looks really cool. Hold on. Turn the switch on, and there it is. You can see that the headlights are glowing. It's light out here right now, so it doesn't really show up that well in the light, and it's got rear marker lights. Alright, I can see in my little monitor here that the lights look kind of white, but they don't to the naked eye. They're red. Okay, and what was really neat about this is that in a darkened room, that front light is powerful. It casts almost a scale headlight beam that would be to scale to a motorcycle. And if you're above it, when the lights are on at night in the dark, when you're above it looking down, it really does look like a Trike sitting there at a stoplight. But I've really enjoyed it. It's almost all die cast. I think the front end is plastic, but the entire body seems to be die cast, except these two discs right here in the supercharger intake. Let me turn this light off. Okay. Now, when this first came out, I remember when HLPRO went on Robot Japan, you know, there were some people that kind of complained that they wanted MT-03 to be a robot. But HLPRO did what they want to do, you know, and they thought a Trike was a good addition. It's not to scale with the rest of the Metaltech robots, but but it's still really nice. It's a quality piece. Now he came with a bonus part. Whoops, and I think the bonus part really made this. It's Duke Fleet in combat outfit. It just changes the whole dynamic. Now when I got this figure, both of the Duke Fleets were slightly misshapen, but that's no big deal. Just put them in a little bit of hot water. You can hit them with a blow dryer, and they soften right up. And you put them in the position that you want, and they'll cool. They'll cool down and maintain the shape that you need to get him to fit on there. Let me give you some scale. Here's the TFO. Here is Jiro. Now, of course, these characters here are not in scale with this. All right, this would be much smaller than the TFO and Jiro. But I just want you to give you an idea of how big the figure is. All right, and there is the Spazer. But all in all, I was very satisfied with the purchase. Some people, like I said earlier before, they said, hey, give us a robot. And I said, no, this is what you got. And I think it was a gutsy move. I mean, why not the Trike? When you think about it, in the SOC line, they came out with large size Jet Condors and Pilders for Mazinger Z. And the Trike is probably this series' equivalent to the Pilder, or the Pilder, whatever you want to call it. So I consider it kind of like owning a Pilder. But really nice. Try to give you a good side shot. Got a very 70s hot rod look. Now with a Trike, of course, the engine's in the back. That's the way Trikes are built. And this is a very 70s inspired Trike. 70s but futuristic. And in the Japanese motorcycle scene, a real popular engine was the CB750. But the CB750 engine in it was actually taken from a German Munk Mammoth, which was another motorcycle, which was 1200 cc's. It was a 4-cylinder car engine used in a little rally car. And that engine is what they based the engine off the Honda CB750 on. And I would surmise that during the time of this series, because I see in a supercharger here, most likely it's the engine out of the Munk Mammoth. It's called an NSU engine out of a rally car, 1200 cc's supercharged. That's definitely a supercharger intake. Probably would have made about 120, 130 horsepower with a lot of torque. It would have gone pretty fast. Now there's 2 passenger seats in the series. The Volusia would ride there, or sometimes Maria Fleet, or the little crazy little guy. I forget his name, but that was Volusia's dad who ran the farm, sat in there. Sometimes their kid brother. So you never know what could happen. There may be some other figures that would come out to go in there. But if you're a Grendizer fan, don't hesitate. It's a very good figure. Detail's really good. It's heavy. It's almost all die cast, except for the front and these 3 things here, and rubber tires. It rolls real well. Not a lot of play value, say like that you would get out of a humanoid robot figure, but the display value is fantastic. You can put this in your display, and this headlight and all these lights will just cast a huge beam, and they just light all your other figures up. I'm glad I got it. Alright guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye.